Testing. This is Pajama Cherry. Happy holidays, everyone. And today I'm using a new format of editing or recording, and I want to show you what you can do when you get an income hit. So if you are, getting an income hit, or you feel like your income will just keep on rising year over year, it might be time for you to consider converting your traditional IRA into your Roth IRA. And especially if you have a traditional 401k and you roll it over to something called a rollover IRA, and that is still pre-tax. When you get an income hit, let's say in 2020, with so many things happening, a lot of us have income hits. And so when you get an income hit, when you convert your rollover IRA to your Roth IRA, that basically means that you're shopping on a discount because you're able to convert with a lower tax bracket, which means you can pay less taxes. So how taxes work is that whenever you have money in your retirement account and you invest that money, even if you get capital gains, everything is the same. There are no capital gains within a retirement account. And so when you convert your pre-tax money to Roth IRA, which is, post-tax, when you do that conversion, everything is taxed as your income. So when you get a pay cut or when you get furloughed at your job, and especially in 2020, let's say if you lose your job for a set period of time for, temporarily, and you get a salary reduction of any sort, you can actually convert your rollover IRA to your Roth IRA at a discount because you can pay less taxes because it's all based on your current tax rate, your tax rate of the year. And so in 2020 is actually a really good time for people to start making those conversions because you can actually do this on a discount. And so in this video, I am going to show you exactly how to do that conversion, right? And the brokerage I use is Fidelity, but the concept is similar for a lot of major brokerages. So definitely just get the concept and apply the same method to your brokerage. Let's get started. Hello, welcome to Cherry in Cozy Pajama Edition. And today we're going to take a look at how do you transform your rollover IRA to your Roth IRA. So for the longest time, I had no idea how you do it. That's why I decided to make this video to showcase how I figured out how to do it. So let's get started. So first of all, you want to go to fidelity.com. So I am just going to go here, and this will be the page that you see. If you already have a Roth IRA account, you can skip this step, but if you do not have one, you want to open an account. And here you can look at, all the different options that you want to open. And because we want to transform our rollover IRA to our Roth IRA, we are opening a Roth IRA because we are converting the rollover IRA to a Roth IRA. So open now. And over here, you'll see your personal information. For privacy purposes, I'm blurring all this out. And then you can confirm your information. And then over here, there are just some terms that you have to read. Usually I don't read it, but again, you can always read. And you want to select agree. And then read the fine print and open an account. And after you click this button, you should have an account open. And I'm just gonna, click this just to, show you what this looks like. So after you open an account, there are several options that you can do. How do you want to fund your account? So this is also what we don't want because we are not necessarily funding it with a bank account, right? So when we see bank account, it does not apply. And then we're also not rolling over an old workplace plan because it's already in a rollover IRA and it's also not in another firm. And so this is also incorrect. And we also don't want to, download, print, and mail a paper transfer form. And so this is also incorrect. And so now we are going to select this one, finish funding or want to fund later, because we are using the transfer method to fund it. So we can go to account overview. So let's click this. And then here's just a questionnaire. You can answer them or you can skip. So here is the main page. In order for you to transform your rollover IRA to your Roth IRA, you want to click the transfer button. So let's click the transfer button. And then I want to move money from my rollover IRA, which is here, rollover IRA. And then you want to transfer transfer to a Roth IRA. And so I select the Roth IRA option. And then you select, I do not want to pay the taxes now, because this is the better option, especially if you are not due to, pay taxes every quarter. You want to select this one. I don't want to pay taxes now, because if you want to pay taxes now, it's actually worse for you because it counts as actually taking money from your account, which is also a distribution, and which means you have to pay additional penalty for that because it counts as liquidating your retirement account. And so I don't want to pay the taxes now. This is what I selected. And let's click continue. And then I can decide how much of my IRA I want to transfer to a Roth IRA. And over here, I want to transfer all of my account. And then what should we do with this account? You can choose whether or not you want to keep it open or closed. But since I think I'm going to use this some point in the future, I want to keep this account open just so, it's easier for me. So I'm going to keep it open and you can continue. So here's the last step. It just shows you, all the different asset allocation that you have, the dollar amount of each index fund that I've invested in, and I can click submit now. So my request has been submitted. There's a confirmation number over here. So it's from the Rollover IRA to a Roth IRA. Here's the date. And then here's my conversion details. And then next up, I can track my transfer, schedule automatic transfers, or transfer additional money. So that is the entire process. You don't have to call in, you don't have to mail in a form or anything. I know all these are options, but the fastest way is really to do it online. And in addition to that, previously I actually had a Roth IRA account open with Fidelity, but I actually transferred those stocks into my M1 Finance portfolio. And I did not know, that would cause my account to be closed. And so I could not do this process earlier because I did not have a Roth IRA account show up when I do the transfer process. So inside my head, I was thinking, oh, maybe it's because it does not allow me to do it online, but that's actually not true. It's simply because that Roth IRA account was already closed. It's just that it still showed up in my main page. So that's why I was really confused. And so when you have the same situation, like a lot of different accounts that have just like zero balances that are actually closed, but they still show up, you can actually go to this customize tab or this customize button, and you can actually customize which accounts you want to hide by just clicking this hide this account button so that your whole interface just looks a lot cleaner. And of course, you can also group them together and you can also give them nicknames, which just makes it a lot easier because a lot of the times when you, let's say, have a cash account or an individual investment account, they're all called individual. And so it gets really confusing. And oftentimes I would transfer money from my bank to my cash account instead of my actual investment account, which is just, another step for me to transfer assets again. So that's why it's also very, very helpful for you to actually change the nickname and also hide accounts that are not in use. So that is it for my tutorial. I hope this was helpful, and let me know if you have any question. Thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in my next wealth building video.